Oh yeah, baby! Woo! All I gotta say, man, I'm feeling so damn good right now. I mean, holy hell. I feel like just making this random video just to tell you guys how much I feel good and how much I feel optimistic. I mean, I just had a crazy leg stomping workout, man. And yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit sore tomorrow, but see, here's the thing, is nothing can tilt this mood that I'm in. I'm feeling so good, and it makes me feel even more optimistic about Pokemon Sword and Shield, baby! But wait a second now, what is this I'm seeing all over the Twitter here about this hashtag bring back the national dex? What exactly is this all about anyways? I mean, isn't it obvious that Pokemon Sword and Shield are going to have all of your past favorites in that game? I mean, it's pretty traditional, right? I mean, you would want to make sure that you have all of your past Pokemon that you've grown so attached to over the years to be able to continue the journey into Sword and Shield. Am I right? So we have ourselves an article here from the one and only PokeJungle that states, GameFreak reconfirms Pokemon not found in Galar can't come to Pokemon Sword and Shield. Well, hang on a second now. I mean, that doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem very fair. I mean, I find this very, very hard to believe that GameFreak would axe Pokemon that have been around for years for the sake of there being Pokemon Sword and Shield. There's absolutely no way that they would do that. I mean, this has to be a joke. When Pokemon Home was announced, it seemed like a great service that would let players send and deposit Pokemon to the upcoming games of Pokemon Sword and Shield. What wasn't initially apparent was that the service wouldn't let players bring in any of their Pokemon from the past games if that species weren't found in the pair of upcoming Nintendo Switch titles. Well, again, I find this absolutely hard to believe a Game Freak would just fucking Thanos snap Pokemon out of existence just like that. Because here's the thing, is that we have millions upon millions of Pokemon fans around the world, man. We all have our own personal favorites, so I highly doubt that Game Freak would make such a drastic decision to cut out a bunch of Pokemon for the sake of Pokemon Sword and Shield. But yet, for whatever reason, fans are concerned, and get this, many fans have expressed deep concern and frustration about this on social media after it was announced during E3's Nintendo Treehouse with Junichi Masuda. Some hoped that it was a mistranslation or that support for all existing Pokemon would be added at some point in the future. And I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, think of it as downloadable content, alright? Think of it as downloadable content for the Switch, alright? So maybe, just maybe, we have to wait a little bit to be able to import all of our favorites from past generations into Pokemon Sword and Shield, because of the fact that the graphics are going to be absolutely high-end, they're going to be absolutely amazing, and this, that, and everything else. Now, it is showcased here that we actually have ourselves an interview from the one and only Junichi Masuda. There are a couple of different parts to the thinking behind it, but really the biggest reason for it is just the sheer number of Pokemon. We already have well over 800 Pokemon species, and there's going to be more added in these games. And now that they're on the Nintendo Switch, we're creating it with much higher fidelity, with higher quality animations. But even more than that, it's coming down to the battle system. We're making sure we can keep everything balanced and give all Pokemon that appear in the games a chance to shine. But yet now you're here talking about the balance in the battle system. I didn't know you were competitive there, Junichi Masuda. But you know what? The more you know, right? Here's the thing. I find that the more Pokemon you have in the game, the more variety you're going to have. And yeah, granted, there are Pokemon that are going to stand out competitively naturally because they're just overall better. But how about the fact that depending on the format that you play in, you're going to have different Pokemon shine brighter than a spotlight. And this is coming from someone who also has years of competitive experience. We knew at some point we weren't going to indefinitely keep supporting all of the Pokemon, and we just found that Sword and Shield would probably be a good point to go back and reevaluate what would be the best selection of Pokemon that appeal to the widest audience while keeping into consideration the balance of the battle system. It isn't just going to be all new Pokemon in the Galar Region PokeDex. There's still going to be a lot of favorites that the fans will be able to bring over that they've adventured with previously. But yeah, it was pretty much just balancing and getting this optimal selection of Pokemon for the adventure that we wanted to provide. Because I'll tell you one thing, man, I will be pissed off beyond imagination if I'm not able to bring over a lot of my own hard-worked Pokemon that I've IV bred, that I've EV trained, that I have shiny hunted for, that I've shiny bred for, and that I've had people give to me as gifts. I'll be especially pissed off if I'm not able to import any of my Pokemon that Jason gave me in the past to Sword and Shield, and I'll especially be pissed off if I ain't able to bring over my juicy, delicious, Bacon Bird shiny legendary Evaltal to Sword and Shield from Professor West. You know what? I'm not taking it anymore, Game Freak. I'm calling your asses out right now. You think you know what's best for the fans, right? You want to say that you know what's best for the fans. Well, maybe you don't know what's best for the fans, Game Freak. Maybe there is a reason why your Treehouse video is one of the most disliked Pokemon-related videos coming from you. Maybe you can take this as criticism and feedback from your fans, and maybe, just maybe, what I would do if I was in your shoes is I would push the release date back so that way we can exercise quality over quantity. If you have to push back the game a year, then so be it. If that's what it takes to import all of the Pokemon from past generations into Sword and Shield with the updated graphics and all, then that's what you gotta do. And again, quality over quantity. But it seems to me that you just want to rush out Sword and Shield for the sake of having your yearly Pokemon game. But yet, how is it that you have these billions and billions of dollars, because I'm pretty sure that Pokemon is like one of the highest grossing games and franchises of all time, even higher than the likes of Mario, and you want to push out a Pokemon game so badly? Well, then hire more people to update the animations to accommodate every Pokemon from past generations. That way you're not going to get fans pissed off at you and wanting to knee choke you like a crazy maniac wearing shades. I think it's time, Crasher community. I think it's time to rebel. It is time to show Game Freak your needs. It is time to show Game Freak your ability to knee choke, because you've learned from the best. Now it's time for you to exercise your knowledge of the knee chokes. Maybe we gotta hop on a plane and go all the way to Japan so that way we can show Game Freak the way of the knee chokes. Except there's just one problem. Anyone got a plane ticket to Japan? And my phone's dead. Great. So I can't even call my mommy and daddy to see if they can spoil me rotten and give me a plane ticket to Japan. Which is why maybe I should start a GoFundMe. That's right, Crasher community. You're gonna fund my trip to Japan so I can knee choke Game Freak. Alright? I think I had my fun. Think I got it out of my system. But seriously though, I definitely hope that this is something that perhaps maybe Game Freak can take a lesson from. I mean, it's not the fact that we are going out of our way to be mean about it. I mean, if you are trying to be mean about it and harass Game Freak, like legitimately harassing, then you need to park your booty and you need to calm down. But take it from those that mean well and give you respect. Think of it like this. You are getting criticism of a product, alright? Take that criticism and perhaps maybe exercise that criticism from your fans so that way you can make future products of your franchise much better. And even with this decision, Game Freak is still giving us a really solid looking game. And I say solid looking because it still is yet to come out for us to try for ourselves. Who knows? It could be either the best game or the worst game, but the thing is, we won't know until we try it. And I personally am looking very much forward to Pokemon Sword and Shield. But anyways, fam, have yourself a damn good night. Thank you for watching. Hope you got a good laugh, and I'll see you guys in the next one.